praises, honor, and glory be to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Salutations to the Akim that's called into the truth. Peace, blessings, and greetings to the beloved of the house of Israel scattered across the four corners of the earth. I just want to go into Matthew 5 and 17, as the title say. You know, I see these, just to knock down that stronghold of mostly Christians believe in this, that the law is done away with because of Matthew 5 and 17. And let's go right into it. St. Matthew 5 and 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. Right there, I tell you, he ain't destroyed the law. Okay. But their perspective is that since Yahweh Shah, he did do the law, of course, he was without sin as Yahweh Shah. So I guess that means they don't have to abide by the law. And in order for the new covenant to be fully in effect, so to speak, we have to have the laws written out inward parts in the house of Judah, the house of Israel, which are the two houses of all Israel. They're going to be one in the Lord. That's when you know that new covenant is complete. All right? And we still have sin. We will not have sin because we'll be reprogrammed to not walk in sin. So we are at the beginning of the new covenant. All right, let's go get some scriptures to back up 5:17 St. Matthew, because that doesn't, that word fulfill is a stumbling block to a lot of Christians. And let's go get what he means by fulfill. It's telling to fulfill the prophecies that was spoken by the prophets and even Moses. But let's go to Mark the 14th chapter and the 48th verse. And let's get a few scriptures to back up that fulfill. And it's St. Mark 14 and 48. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Are ye come out as against a thief with swords and with staves to take me? Okay, this is the time that Yahushua was going to be taken to be scourged and to be crucified upon the cross. 49th verse of St. Mark, the 14th chapter. I was daily with you in the temple teaching, and you took me not. But the scriptures must be fulfilled. The prophecies must be fulfilled. The scriptures, the prophecies. What the prophet Isaiah prophesied about. What Moses prophesied about. That's what he means. The scriptures must be fulfilled of him coming to die and being sacrificed for the nation of Israel. Not him coming and doing the law so you don't have to do it. Let's go get another scripture at the ready. And this is St. Luke, the 24th chapter. And it's St. Luke 24 and 44. And it reads, And he said unto them, These are the words. Now this is when Yahushua appeared to the disciples after he was crucified, right? And it's St. Luke 24 and 44. Let's see what Yahushua says. And he said unto them, These are the words which I spake unto you while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled, which were written in the law of Moses and in the prophets and in the Psalms concerning me. He came to fulfill the prophecies. All right. Let's go one more again. And this is St. John, 11th chapter. And I begin this at the 49th verse, just to get right to the point. And St. John 11 and 49. And one of them named Caiaphas, being the high priest that same year, said unto them, Ye know nothing at all, nor consider that it is expedient for us, beneficial expedient, that one man should die for the people, and that the whole nation perish not. 51st verse. And this spake he not of himself, but being high priest that year, he prophesied that Yahushua should die for that nation. 52nd verse. And not for that nation only, but that also he should gather together in one the children of the power that were scattered abroad, which are Israelites, not all nations. Okay, you can get that precept in St. James 1 and 1. Okay, it was the Israelites that were scattered abroad. All right, let's continue on just to find more precepts as far as St. Matthew, the 5th chapter and the 17th verse, that he came to fulfill. And he even told you specifically that he didn't come to abolish the law. All right, let's go to the Old Testament and let's find a few prophecies that Yahushua was going to fulfill. And this is Isaiah the 42nd chapter, and I just get right to the point, 6th verse. Isaiah 42nd and 6. I, the Lord, have called thee in righteousness, and will hold thine hand, and will keep thee, and give thee for a covenant of the people, for a light of the Gentiles, to open the blind eyes, to bring out the prisoners from the prison, and them that sit in darkness out of the prison house. This is a prophecy of Yahushua coming. He is that light, okay? He is that light. Also, he would be the covenant for the people, because through him came in the New Testament. As he said, drink, this is my blood in the New Testament. Take, break this, this is my body in the New Testament that is broken for you. Paraphrasing. Alright? And this is already prophesied. Let's get some let's get something on that Isaiah 42 and 6 and 7. Okay, let's back up Isaiah 42, 6 and 7, and let me go back to the New Testament right quick, just to prove that fulfilling was not to fulfill the law, that was to fulfill the prophecies that he was coming to fulfill. And this is Hebrews 12th chapter and the 24th verse. Let's get right to the point. And it reads, and to Yahushua, the mediator of the new covenant, we just read in Isaiah 42 that he should be a covenant for the people, and to the blood of sprinkling that speaketh better things than that of Abel. All right, that's a lesson for another day, why he said than that of Abel. All right, because Yahushua is the first and the last. But he's the mediator of the new covenant. We just read in Isaiah 42 and 6 that he will make him a covenant for the people. That's another prophecy he fulfilled. Let's go get another prophecy he fulfilled. Just showing you that when he said in St. Matthew the 5th chapter in the 17th verse, he came to fulfill the prophecies. So of course he committed himself to the law to do it righteously. It was in him to commit himself to all righteousness. And this is St. Matthew the 4th chapter, and we'll begin this at the 12th verse. And it reads, now when Yahushua had heard that John was cast into prison, he departed into Galilee, and leaving Nazareth, he came and dwelt in Capernaum, which is upon the seacoast and the borders of Zebulun and Naphtali. 14th verse, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by Isaiah the prophet, saying, the land of Zebulun and the land of Naphtali by the way of the sea beyond Jordan, Galilee of the Gentiles, the people which sat in darkness saw great light. And to them which sat in the region and shadow of death, light is sprung up. That is a prophecy from Isaiah. It says right here, using the Greek. That is Isaiah 42, 6 and 7. That's a prophecy that was fulfilled. Okay? Not concerning the law, the prophecies. Let's go get another one. And this is St. John, the 19th chapter. And I'll begin this at the 28th verse. And it reads, St. John 19 and 28. After this, Yahushua, knowing that all things were accomplished, that the scripture might be fulfilled, saith, I thirst. That's when he was on the cross. All right, 29th verse. Now there was set a vessel full of vinegar, and they filled a sponge with vinegar and put it upon hyssop and put it to his mouth. When Yahushua therefore had received the vinegar, he said, it is finished. And he bowed his head and gave up the ghost. What is finished? He have fulfilled his course. He have fulfilled the prophecies that were spoken of by the prophets and by Moses that he should fulfill. That's what he means. That's what St. Matthew the 5th chapter is talking about. He came to fulfill the prophecies. All right, let's back that up. Let's back this verse up. Let's back these prophecies up. And this is the great psalmist, David, who is a prophet himself. All right, and David in spirit prophesied about Yahushua. Let's go get it. And this is Psalm 69. And it reads right here, Psalm 69 and 21. They gave me also gall for my meat, and in my thirst they gave me vinegar to drink. That's the prophecy fulfilled when he was on the cross, and they put the sponge on the stick or whatever. They put the sponge on the stick and dipped it into the vinegar to give him a drink. That was the prophecy. And once he said right here in St. John the 19th chapter and the 28th verse to the 30th verse, he said he said actually, Salak for that. Salak. He said basically that, you know, basically it's finished. He fulfilled everything he was supposed to fulfill as far as the prophecy is concerned. So when you look back at Matthew, the 5th chapter and the 17th verse, it's not talking about fulfilling the law. He expressly told you he came not to destroy the law. He came to fulfill the prophecies that were spoken of by the prophets and Moses concerning him. Let's get one more and I'm going to close it out. Salak for that call. I try to get it all in before somebody call. Always got to be that. All right, and this is Acts 3rd chapter. And it's, let's get to the point, the 18th verse. And this is Paul speaking. But those things which the power before had shewed by the mouth of all his prophets, that Mashiach, Christ, should suffer, he hath so fulfilled. One more again, the topic of conversation, St. Matthew, the 5th chapter, and the 17th verse is a major stumbling block in that Christian community thing they got going. And it reads, think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets, which is basically the Old Testament, because he knew you guys was going to stumble over it. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. Fulfill what? The prophecies. I hope this was edifying. Shalom.